Now, I mentioned we're going to do stuff for science. So let's go ahead and do some stuff for science. First things first. What's in our event store here? What's our choice rewards look like? Let's just snippet this and pull this off to the side. Because I talked about doing stuff for science, right? I talked about it last week that we were going to do stuff for science. What are we going to do for science? Yeah, we're going to speed up this operations building a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit here. Let's go to Ops 59. Let's go to Ops 59. Why not, right? Why not? 58, 59, what's the difference? Oh, I got a 7-day peace shield. Wow, that made it all worth it. Actually, the 10-day speed ups are pretty awesome. So there you go. We are now Ops 59. And before we do anything else, as always, you want to check your refineries and stuff and see what new boxes and chests and stuff that we can pull. But what I wanted to do, obviously, is we had the question. Normally when you level up in a month and do a battle pass, your battle pass rewards don't change. But because this one's tied to an event store, did these change? That was the big question. And the answer to that is yes, they did. If we strength this down a little bit, so we can do side by side, I went from 55 billion par steel to 67 billion par steel. I went from 25 rare to 26 rare. Common and uncommon, basically the same. The 4-star stuff all stayed the same, but the 5-star stuff moved up for me. So I'm getting an extra 12 billion par steel plus an extra 12 billion in tokens, plus one extra rare. And I believe I was getting in the bigger bundle, it would have been 258. Now it's up to 260, so a slight improvement here. Not really much of a difference in the larger bundle, because that rounding, that truncating now that we were seeing before isn't really there as much, because my base number moved up enough, so now it's not rounding as big of a difference. But still some pretty nice rewards here, and then obviously this number moved up. It's an extra 120 billion in terms of par steel tokens. So the answer to the first question is yes. Leveling up in the middle of the month will change your rewards and will give you better stuff in your event store. As far as what else changes, well, I guess we can go into the refinery and see what reset. Well, my resources here just reset. The amount changed here, and the payouts increased, so we can go ahead and do another pull here and get some more of this stuff. Voltron's thinking of going to 61 now. Okay. Going right from 59 to 61. Okay. Ship parts also changed, moving from 58 to 59, so we can re-pull all of these. I had done all my pulls this morning, so all of my refineries were clear. Nothing changed here. Nothing won't move here until I go to 60, I think. Or some of this stuff is all tied to the building or the protector. Operations 56 to 59, so nothing moving here. Territory we didn't do. That shouldn't have moved either. Nothing reset here. These are all capped already. Borg bundles are all capped by the tier of the ship and stuff. My Latinum bundle also capped, as I'm tier 12. Mantis shouldn't have changed. Like, none of this stuff should have changed. But of course we do want to just double check, because you never know when something might surprise you and you wouldn't expect it to be linked to something, but it is. Monavine did not change. My Monavine favors here are 58 and 59, so no change there. Isomatter, most of these, again, 56 to 59, so there's a range on these, so none of those are changing. All of this stuff is faction rep dependent, so none of that should have changed. None of this stuff would have changed. My Bajoran boxes changed. These reset. The cost went up on those a little bit. I'm getting a little higher payout in terms of resources, so that's good to know. So we can re-pull those. None of the loot boxes reset, though, on the Armada chests, so those are all still the same. And my Zindi scrap changed. Okay. I can't imagine I would have missed that one this morning, so interesting to see that change there. And all of this stuff still all looks the same. Let's pull a Meridian box over here, though, because I noticed I didn't do my territory. I got to keep up with that for our alliance. And these, I didn't have any materials left, so let's go back and pull these. Okay, so overall, oh wait, hang on. We can go in here, we can check these other boxes and bundles and stuff too, right? Now I didn't check my 7 or my 30-day chests to see if they moved. I didn't screenshot those. I don't think these moved. I think these tend to move on even numbered levels. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they move on even numbered levels. Those are all still the same. And none of these chests reset. Again, these usually move on even numbered levels. And this stuff's all basically still capped out at 50. Okay, so not a whole lot there changed. But now comes the arduous task on what you have to do to get from 59 to 60. Ship hangar, refinery, defense platform F. Well, defense platform F, that's your 6th dry dock. It's going to require 6 defense platforms, all at 59, which are going to require 6 dry docks, all at 59. Your refinery requires your shipyard and your dilithium vault. Your dilithium vault is going to require everything before it. So you've got these 12 buildings all have to go to 59. And if you're looking at cost-wise, we're using uncommons here, and we're probably using rares on the warehouse and vaults. So that's a long and possibly expensive process in terms of upgrading. Obviously, your core buildings, you're going to need your academy. Your academy is requiring your shuttle bay. So there's an alternative building in the 50s, the shuttle bay, the high 50s rather, at 56. The shuttle bay starts to become part of this loop where you have to keep your shuttle bay up with everything too. So that's an extra piece of thing that's needed. You're probably going to need to take these up as well. All to 59 on the inside here. These are all going to use gas for the most part. What else did we say we needed? We said we needed the refinery and the ship hangar. Well, the hangar I have to catch up a couple levels because I don't have the rare crystal. Shipyard requires the defense technology. See how they're all sort of interwoven with each other? And I'm sure the refinery is going to require some stuff. The shipyard and the vault, yeah. So there's quite a lot of intermingling, and as people are pointing out in the chat, basically it's due just about every building, right? They all have to go. Basically needs everything. Yeah, 59 to 60, quite the hill to climb. Yep. It's kind of the same thing I'm going through now on my free-to-play account because I'm trying to go from 49 to 50, and it's kind of the same boat, right? It's do all of the core buildings that you're used to upgrading, plus all of this stuff, plus all the dry docks and defense platforms on the outside. This one does have a slight little increase in here where you have to also deal with the shuttle bay. It's one extra building that is taking up another big chunk of ore in order to do it. And why not? Now seems like a good time as any. Let's get that one started. Maybe we'll get a Q shard or two for our troubles. Hey, there's 10 more Q shards. So we'll get that cooking. Shouldn't change my dailies or anything, going from 58 to 59, and shouldn't have too much of an impact in terms of my events either. Dart says short answer is everything. James agrees, as does Voltrons, and Corey kind of saying the same thing. Let's go back and see what we missed here. Congrats. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Dart says you get just more self-hate by going from 50. All right, well, there you go. Thanks, guys. Mona V doesn't change until 60, I think, right? So 58 to 59 was no move there. Tricky is sitting at 48, reluctant to move up to 49 because of arenas. I don't think you being 48 or 49 is going to impact the pairings too much. The only thing it might change is based on where you are in relation to everybody else in your alliance. Like, if you move up to 49, does that put you, like, are a lot of people you're teaming with, are they 41, and now you'd be too far away to pair up with them? That could be your issue there. If you're 48 and you can still pair with 41s, I mean, it's still not exactly a fair fight. But perhaps that's helping you there. Whereas at a 49, you can only pair with 42s. Bad Wolf still remembers how ugly it was going from 59 to 60. Yeah, I have a feeling it'll probably be like January or February. It'll probably take me 3 or 4 months, I think, to go through the rest of this stuff here. You know, we'll get a couple of battle passes. I'll pick, events. Maybe I'll get to do a little scrapping, and that'll help with some material sourcing. Obviously, I'll get a treasury or two in there. So there's some stuff in here that will help move some, keep this process moving.